Yo, what's up guys? Old School Dan here, and today's video is on Larry Scott's tips for building a Mr. America chest. Alright, Larry Scott's first tip is, if an exercise isn't giving you a proper feeling, it's a complete waste of time. So, Larry Scott was in the gym with Don Haworth. He saw him training, and he was like, hey, how come you don't do this exercise for that body part instead? And Don Haworth was like, well, it doesn't work for me. Now, you can't really argue with the words, it doesn't work for me, because there's no way going around it. If it doesn't work for him, it doesn't work for him. And how are you gonna say that, oh, Don Haworth is not doing the exercise correctly? He's been Mr. America. You can't compete with that. Anyways, but the same thing with me. People are like, oh, how come you don't bench press? Or how come you don't squat? Well, because it doesn't work for me. The bench press, it doesn't work for me. I prefer the flat dumbbell press because I can actually get a better contraction squeeze and there's a better range of motion. That's why I say bench pressing does not work for me. And it also all depends on how you feel from the exercise. Are you getting a good pump? Are you able to contract the muscle correctly with that exercise? If not, throw it away. It's a complete waste of time. Alright, so the first exercise he recommends for building a Mr. America chest is the flat bench press. He says it's a bread and butter exercise. He also says it'll help build the outer pectoral, enlarge the rib cage, increase endurance, and overall body strength. Larry Scott also likes to do the exercise with his feet off the floor, very similar to Arnold when he performs the dumbbell flies with his feet hanging upward. That way it helps better isolate his chest. The second exercise he recommends for building a Mr. America chest is the flat dumbbell press. He says dumbbells are harder to control and they help better isolate the muscle compared to a barbell. A tip for performing this exercise, he says that you don't want to lock out at the top and you don't want to stop at the bottom of the movement either. So stay in that sort of like, slingshot range. Exercise 3 for building a Mr. America chest is the incline dumbbell press. He says this exercise is strictly for the upper chest, which is the most difficult to develop. A tip for when performing this exercise, he says that to keep the bar over the throat. I know he said incline dumbbell press, but he says to keep the bar over the throat. So he might be referring to the incline barbell press, so let's take that into account right now. So say we're doing the incline barbell press. Now this is very similar to what Reg Park said. Reg Park said that it doesn't matter what bench you use, decline press, flat dumbbell press, incline press, it's all about the arm positioning, right? And this is very similar to the concept of the neck press. You're sitting on a flat bench, right? But Vince Strana says it's a very good upper chest workout, right? The neck press. And it's all about the arm positioning. Elbows high will work the upper chest more, right? Lower, and you get a regular flat bench press, right? Makes a lot of sense. Very similar to what Reg Park said. Reg Park says it doesn't matter what bench you use. If you're on the decline press and you bring your arms up higher, you can still work out the upper chest. Lower, middle, the middle chest, and then the lower chest, right? Now let's go back to Larry Scott's concept. So when doing the incline barbell press, you want to keep the arms up high above the throat so you can better activate upper chest. And if you ever try this with the dumbbells, if you keep your arms back and kind of high, you can better isolate the chest. And if you're using cables, same concept. It's all about arm positioning. Cables up high, you can isolate the upper chest more, right? Lower, see? It's all about arm positioning. Okay, let's move on to the next tip. Exercise number 4 he recommends is the incline dumbbell fly. He says this exercise is not often done, but if you do it, it will definitely put a cap on your upper chest. Larry Scott says he's never seen anybody with an overdeveloped upper chest, and this is very true. He mentions how Jack Dillinger was one of the best developed bodybuilders in this area. Exercise number 5 he recommends is the dumbbell pullover. He says it's best for developing the rib box and the serratus. A tip for when performing this exercise, he says when you're lowering the dumbbell backward, he says to inhale very deeply. He also says not to use too much weight. Form is more important and concentrate on stretching the rib cage. And there you have it, folks. Larry Scott's tips for building a Mr. America chest. With that being said, subscribe for more videos like this. Give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. This is Old School Dan checking out. Peace.